Hey everyone, it's Average Gatsby, and welcome to Gatsby's Reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about League of Legends. It's a free-to-play, online, team-based strategic RPG. That's the best way I can describe it. It's two teams going at each other, using various heroes to try to destroy the other person's base. Now, right here is the main menu section, and I'm not really going to go too much into explaining everything because I want to talk about the gameplay more, but I did want to touch on this briefly so I could talk about how heroes work, how money works in this game, things like that. So there's two types of money in this game. There's the RP, which is basically currency that you get for paying real currency, and there's IP. You get that after you play a game. Win or lose, you always get IP. These currencies can be used to unlock the various heroes. You can see here on this screen the colored-in heroes are heroes I have unlocked, the grayed heroes are heroes I don't, and the ones with the little exclamation point are ones that are free for the week. Every week there's a new rotation of 10 free champions, so if you play the game long enough, you're going to get to experience everyone. What you're seeing right here, this is a mastery system, and one thing that is kind of cool is, well, the heroes don't maintain their levels from game to game. Your summoner, which is, basically your username or whatnot, that has a persistent leveling system. And so as you level up, you're going to be able to put points in the masteries. They give you very small advantages, but their advantages all the same, and I think they help to make the game a little bit faster paced after you're playing for a while. You have a stronger start than before. And one thing that's nice about the matchmaking is that there's a new system where if you're a level 1, you're not going to get matched with someone like me who's a level 30, so you're not going to have to worry about that huge advantage, the advantages they're going to have with the mastery system. As you can see here, this is the store. All the champions are available for both real money and for the in-game money. There's skins for the champions, which can only be bought with real money, and then there's another aspect that can give you advantages, which are called runes, and once again they're a very small advantage, and these can only be bought with the in-game currency. So there's no way that someone on day one, is going to go and buy all the best runes right away and just, slam you at level 1. That's not how the game works. In fact, the good runes you can't even get until you're level 20, or 22, I believe, in the game. And so, right here I'm just showing you how to join a game. You just go up to the play screen, then you have a normal game, which uses their matchmaking service to try to connect you to a game. You have a ranged team, where you can go on with some of your buddies in a pre-made group, and then there's also a tutorial and a practice mode, where you can just join a game that someone has made. And right there you can see the champion select screen and everything like that, but unfortunately, someone backed out right away, so I wasn't able to show the whole thing, but we're going to jump into the gameplay here really fast. So how this works is I pick a character, we get in the game, and let me explain everything that's going on right now. First of all, what my character is doing is called jungling. There's a lot of terms to this game, and you're going to be really unfamiliar with them at first. People are going to be throwing them out there, and you're not going to know what they're talking about, but that's okay. You'll eventually figure it out, and the terminology isn't too complicated. And as you can see, I just leveled up. I had the little level up sign. Every time you level up, you get access to a new skill. And so I just put another point. I'll talk about what the skills do in a bit. But basically, as I was saying about jungling, what I'm doing is I'm killing these neutral creeps. What are neutral creeps? Well, they're monsters that no one owns. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, two armies, and you can see the little army guys running towards their base. Two armies with symmetrical bases are facing off against each other, and it's up to you, the champions, to turn the tide in your favor and destroy the other person's base. Now, here's another aspect to the game, a very important aspect, and this is the item system. Not only do you have to pick what skills you want to level up, but you also have to pick items, and there's a ton of items, but fortunately this screen is pretty easy to follow. Each of the items, most of them can actually build into other items, but all of those recipes and whatnot are set up right there on that screen. So you're not going to have to, really dig to find an item that you need. They're also all neatly categorized, and it's a really easy to use system. This game has a very easy to use system when it comes to placing points in looking at what stats you want, I should say. Because unlike other RPGs where it's like, okay, you know, you have strength, intelligence, agility, things like that, this game is very simple. If you want to upgrade attack damage, you buy an item that increases your attack damage. If you want to upgrade your spells, your abilities, as they're called in this game, then you put points in ability power. You buy items that have ability power. It's very easy to use. If you want HP, you get HP. If you want armor, you get armor. You know, they try to keep it really simple and try to keep it really accessible for everyone. I'm showing right here too. I showed a kill before, and now I'm going to show you a death. I was being kind of an idiot up there, and as you can see, I was going to, you know, cry a bit in the chat, but I decided not to. But as you can still see all of the revealed map when you die. It just goes gray. But this will give you a chance, you know, maybe to think about why you died, first of all, and then, you know, also sort of plan what you're going to do when you finally come out of this. So what we're all trying to do right now on the team is each person has sort of, it's called laning, and what's happened is each person has, you know, selected a lane and is trying to push that lane, trying to destroy the towers in the lane. The way to win the game is you want to destroy what's called the Nexus. It's at the very back of the person's base. But the Nexus can only be destroyed after you destroy all the towers in at least one lane, and then you move on and destroy the 2 towers in front of the Nexus, and then after you destroy those Nexus towers, then you can finally start attacking the Nexus. So it's not like someone, you know, can sort of sneak around someone's base and go in and just hit the Nexus from the back when you're not noticing or something like that. You know, that's not how it works. You have to push, it's called pushing, you have to push one of these lanes all the way to the base. I think that's a really, you know, once again, I think that's a good feature. You know, makes it so people can't really exploit it. There's sort of a way that the games flow that you can become used to, and right here you're going to see me and my team, you know, trying to destroy this tower. That's one thing I do want to emphasize, is that this is absolutely a team-based game. This is not one of those games that you can just sort of run in here and one guy who's really good can just win it for you. That's not how it works. Everyone needs to, you know, be working together, and usually the team that wins is the team not necessarily who has the most skill, but the team who has the most coordination, the team that has the best communication. And that's something I really enjoy about this game, is that you don't necessarily have to be particularly skilled in sort of a quick reaction twitch sense, and more of an awareness in a thinking sense. Most of the time when mistakes are made, they're usually mistakes in thinking and not mistakes in, you know, oh no, I hit the wrong ability, or things like that. Like any RPG, a huge amount of this game is preparation. Preparation either through, you know, leveling your skills properly, or preparation in picking the right items to get, or preparation in picking the right time to attack. As you can see right here, this is a pretty sustained battle, and I'm the tank, so that's the reason why I'm, you know, just going crazy and trying to take all the damage I can while we get these kills, because, you know, that's my job, is to take the damage. We did end up winning this game, by the way, and so I did want to make a point of that. And this is, I'm showing you, by the way, various, you know, stages of the game. So right now I'm level 16. The max level in any one game is 18 for a champion. And when you're at, the game really changes as it goes on. You know, early on, very weak, kind of more defensive play. Later on, as you can see, you know, characters can go from full health to almost nothing in seconds. And so it's a very fast-paced game. You really have to be, you know, aware of what's going on, but it's very rewarding. Now, let me talk a little bit about sort of the community that's around this game. I feel like this game, what drew me to the game was sort of the casual aspect, was sort of, you know, that I can, you know, play a few games and and kind of get into it, but not really have to worry too much. I mean, when someone looks at your summoner profile, they can't even see how many games you've lost. So, you know, no one's going to be looking at your stats or anything like that and being like, oh, I'm not going to play a game with this guy because he's just, you know, so bad, or he's been losing his last 5 games in a row or something like that. That, however, is going to change a little bit really soon, because they're going to be implementing this new thing that they're calling Season 1. Basically, they're going to have ranked play, which they don't have right now. And so that's going to change things, and I'm actually pretty into the competitive aspect of this game now. Anyway, guys, I'm completely out of time. I'm sorry I didn't cover everything, but there's just so much to cover with this game. I'm having a lot of fun. If you want to play, sign up at the link I've provided below, and you know, hit me up if you get on here. I'm Average Gatsby. Hope you have a great day.